Kev's one of those guys, like, he's one of the most athletic people I've ever seen. Like, it's kind of scary. You don't really expect somebody to be that big and strong and at the same time be athletic. But a lot of the things that Kev does is that he sets other guys up to be successful. Like, last week, there's this play where the backside, he's on the left side, the right guard pulled, and he knocked his guard into the pulling guard, and it completely messed the play up and ended up going for a TFL. So it's little things like that that Kev does. Like, he's always in the right position. He's always doing his job that allows his defense to play how we play. But the energy in the defense, we always say it starts with us. We try to bring it every single Saturday because we know it goes back through the linebackers and then through the secondary. The secondary's been playing great all season. So, you know, they give us time to do our job, and we make their job a lot easier if we can get to the quarterback. You can just kind of see it just like in the huddle. We get a play call, somebody doesn't get the call, we ask Michael what the call is. You can just kind of, you know, sense that he's a lot more comfortable back there just playing in games and, you know, just gaining experience, you know, through more film study or, you know, getting with the older guys in the linebacker room, just following the example really. He's just getting a lot more comfortable on the field, and when he's more comfortable, he can play better. Not, I don't want to say necessarily better, but he can play how he's playing, you know, without thinking about things, because when you think about things on the field, most of the time you kind of slow down. You don't do your job as much. But when he's able to do that, it allows everybody else to play great. I couldn't necessarily point it to a singular moment, but I think it's just collectively over time. You know, Coach Pride is always hammering on everybody. You have to be accountable. You got to know your job. And that's the number one thing. You know, if you don't know your job on offense or defense, you know, you can't play. You know, so not to say that Mike had never knew his job, but I think it's just collectively just seeing things over and over again. You know, you start to recognize things. It's just gaining experience. Now, the receivers, they're funny. Especially KJ. I've known KJ for a little while. He went to IMG with one of my best friends. So that's how I got to know him. But now the receivers, they're a funny group. Yeah, I follow Coach Franklin, obviously. But, you know, it's just standard, be cautious. Because, you know, I mean, there's things that we've seen just from guys specifically in college football. Like, you go to the pros and all of a sudden somebody picks up a tweet that you tweeted from like 2012. You know, and somebody can make the excuse of, oh, that was however old. But you're still going to be held accountable for those things. And Chris does a great job. Coach Franklin does a great job. Everybody always says, you know, just be careful on social media because, you know, like, what's the point really of being negative on the internet? Just things like that. We always listen to it. PJ had a fantastic week of practice last week. And, I mean, as a young guy, as a freshman, getting into the rotation is extremely hard because, I mean, especially playing in the Big Ten, just specifically in the East, you playing somebody every week. You can't take a week off. And I think PJ's done a great job of really leaning on us as older guys because it's like, we've seen this before, here's what to expect. And he's really, since he got here, he's really like listened to us. He doesn't take things personal. All he really focuses on is coming out and getting better. And I think that's what we all focus on. And with Yetur, I mean, dude's just a beast. I mean, I really don't know what to say, but I mean, obviously he's gonna they're gonna focus a little bit more attention on him, possibly in the game plan. But I mean, if it frees the rest of us up or some of us up, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think about those kind of things too much. I mean, we just really just go out there and play, honestly. Yetur is one of those people where, like, he does things that shouldn't work and they work. Like, him and Shane are, like, weirdly athletic people. Like, him, Shane, and Daniel are, like, it's ridiculous. Like, Coach Spence always makes a joke that Daniel Joseph is, like, part slinky. Is how you do that. We'll watch it in practice, and, like, it shouldn't look like any normal human being will fall, even if you're an athlete, and like they just don't. They just make plays happen. It's kind of ridiculous. So, I mean, he just comes out, he plays extremely hard. And he's always, I mean, if you watch his high school tape, he was like, see ball, get ball. I mean, he still has that, but he's also taken the coaching very well, and he's refined his skills a lot. So, when you you know, take that refining of his skills and he still has that mentality, then it translates to the field and that's how he plays. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like, if we're all just hanging out together and we're bored, we'll just pull somebody's high school tape up. Or, like, somebody will be talking about high school or, like, oh, my school's going to the state championship. And it's like, okay. And then that's on the topic of conversation, so we just pull up, like, old embarrassing recruiting photos. You know, and everybody still look like a baby. Or we'll pull up each other's high school tape just so we can laugh at each other. But if you watch it, his first play, I think it was from like a scrimmage or something, he like ran like 70 yards to catch this dude and like made the play. And I don't know what down it was, but like as a defensive end, you don't normally expect people to be able to do that. Reef honestly is like my big brother, honestly. I think he's like that for a lot of people. Him and Torrance, right now, like I can honestly say if those are the two guys that I mainly lean on. Reef brings the same thing every single day. And that's one of the things I paid attention to, specifically going into like this camp. And I was just watching Reef, just watching film on him, watching how we work out. He brings the same exact mentality to everything. And it's because he wants to be great. And when you can surround yourself with people like that, you know, it makes you want to be better. So just being around Reef and him being older than me and, you know, his just leadership, and he's not as vocal. Like, I'm a little bit more vocal than he is. So he'll give me a message and then I can like portray it, like when we circle up and do the chant before games and things like that. But Reef definitely brings the same amount of intensity day in and day out, and that consistency shows up on Saturday. No, I don't think I ever have. But I remember when he got here, and I think that's because he came in early, so that spring ball, he was making like plays that like nobody should make. Like it was ridiculous, and I'm like, oh. Because obviously I knew who he was, because everybody knew who he was, just like around the country because of the, you know, how big his name was coming out of high school. And I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Like, I can see why all these people were tripping about it.
Check out his running back highlights. Pretty interesting.
He played running back?
I know he would go to state last year running back.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I know he would go to like camps and like play receiver and like safety for the fun of it. Being able to play with the same group of guys for as long as you can. I mean, you can only get closer. You know, it's just through shared experience, honestly, that you grow closer as a defense. As far as like losing the older guys, I think the reason why we are the way we are is because of them. Because we followed their example. Because when I was in high school, I was watching Zetto and AJ and the way that they played, and I was like, wow, like that's it. I want to be like that. And then I get here my freshman year, and up to last year, I'm watching Parker and Kirk play, and I'm like, wow, that's it. And then the season ends, and both of those guys are gone, and I was like, now you have to do something. Like it's time. Like, it's no more time for watching. Like you have to contribute to this team, and it kind of gave. You know, you could look at any position like Trap, Marcus, Grant, and before that, just Smooth in the secondary. Smooth is Jordan Smith, sorry. Malik, guys like that, you know, Jason, Naeem, B-Bell, just watching those guys play, and it's like, we have to be like that. We have to at least play up to that standard. And the closer we all are, and the more we get to play together, I think the better we perform. Best handshake, hands down, me and Ryan Bates, period.
Why?
Because, all right, so it started, I can't really remember why we started. I think I went up to him one day and I was like, yo, we don't have a handshake. And it just, so from week to week, we add something on. So this is what, week 11 now? So now there's 11 pieces to one handshake now. And I don't see everybody else's. Like the big guys, we don't normally see like the receivers and BBs and those guys. We don't really see those guys because we're just not out there like warming up. and we come off last. But yeah, hands down, me and Bates, period. Well, first of all, I like talking a lot. It kind of, got me into a little bit of trouble when I was a freshman. Not like trouble, but just like, yo, this dude talks too much. But no, I enjoy this kind of stuff because, I mean, a lot of times people can like misinterpret what you say. So I like to like actually say what I mean. You guys can kind of get a better understanding of me. But as far as journalism goes, I always know, like I noticed in high school that I was really good at like writing papers and things like that. One of my teachers, Ms. Polito, shout out Ms. Polito, she was always really critical of me in my papers and my essays that I would write. She kind of helped me like refine my skills and basically was like a coach. And when I first got here, I was like, oh, what do I want to do? And I was like, oh, I like working out, so let's be a kinese major. I took one kinese class and I realized kinese was not for me. I was like, I'm not good at science, it's not gonna work. So I had to tailor things to my strengths. And I'm really artistic, I'm creative, I like to write. So I guess I was like, what can I do with that? And journalism was that. And I never got really a lot of media attention or was a part of anything that got a lot of media attention until I got here. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess these can work. I'm a very energetic person. Like I'm not right now because I can't be. But on Saturday, so Coach Price says the same thing to me every Saturday. It's like when we do like when we warm up and stuff. He's always like, just same old pump up stuff, like let's go. Like, so I could do an impersonation of him. I don't want to deal with it later. He just says the same thing, and I say the same thing back. I'm like, Coach, I'm on one all Saturday, every Saturday. You know that. And I have to play this game with an extreme amount of passion because that's just who I am. If I can't have fun, like Drake said, the moment I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. So if I can't have fun doing this, it's not as fulfilling. And I want everybody else around me to be on the same like wavelength that I'm on. So the more energy that I think that I can bring specifically to my unit as a D-line, I know it'll help the entire team because when D-line plays good, the linebackers play good. Linebackers play good, the secondary plays good. That means the whole defense is playing good, which means the offense gets the ball back more often, gives them more opportunities to score. So it's just things like that. And I think that's one of my roles on the team. Like I watched Marcus, and everybody knows how much energy that Marcus has like, at all times. And I was like, okay, I can be that, but I just have to wait until the time is right. And now the time is right, so I bring energy as much as I can. As far as what I say, can't say it in here, I'll get in trouble, but the general message is we have to play like we're capable of playing. That's basically it.